Kirkville Associated Press. What do you think the Wings and the WNBA learned from the Caitlin Clark experience in terms of helping a high-profile player transition to handling the physicality of the league, the basketball versus celebrity, the make sure the spotlight doesn't become a glare?
Yeah, I think a lot. So it's good that, we have that example to learn from already. And I think we're prepared, and Paige is unique and special. And I think she's prepared to be able to handle everything that comes her way on and off the floor. And we'll do everything we can to support her.
Do you let a player figure things out on their own, or do you say, here's the plan, here's the playbook in terms of building chemistry and acceptance, all that? How does that work?
Yeah, it's a balance. You try to prepare and teach and put her in positions to be able to find success. And then you got to let her go, and you got to let her live and let her experience it. So it's a balance, just feeling out what that ultimately ends up looking like.
Chris Anna Ridber with ESPN. I know Paige has been in all sorts of big games, but this is a first for her. What was today like? What was just her mood like going into this game?
Yeah, she's just very poised and composed all the time. So it's just impressive to watch her interact and navigate. So yeah, just another game for her.
I mean, just what's your biggest message to her going into this? I mean, preseason game, first time, but
Yeah,
what's the big thing that you stress?
it's to play present and not perfect. As long as she's in that moment, she'll be able to access the things that make her special. And we're not expecting her nor anyone on our team to be perfect. It's day 5 of training camp, so just having a patience with ourselves and with one another.
Christian Winsider. So there's so many new players on the team this year. So how are you really working with them to have them all gel together? And what are your expectations for this first game?
Yeah, trying to be intentional about creating opportunities for them to interact more than on the floor. And I think they're buying into it. So I think off the court matters. You win in the locker room first. So speaking to that, and then our staff modeling it, and then challenging them to live it. And then again, on the floor, just talking about it. And then when we go out there, challenging them and challenging them really to lead each other, to hold each other accountable, because we know if we're going to get anywhere and establish anything strong, that it's ultimately going to be peer led.
And following up on that, with the rookies, you guys were able to draft a lot of great rookies, including Paige. So what are you looking for from these rookies? This is their first time under these big lights.
Yeah, number one, for them to be themselves and to lean on what got them here. And then number two, to see how quickly they can take, and I've already been encouraged and impressed in camp, but how quickly they can take new terminology, new concepts, and be able to apply them right away. So just to see how quickly they can learn with a lot being thrown at them.
And last question. So I was at shoot around earlier and the vibes are really high. Everyone seems to really get along. Is that something that's natural, or is everyone just really happy to be there? How are you keeping the vibe so happy and free flowing? Because that's definitely something I picked up on during shoot around.
Yeah, well, we're 0-0. No one's played a game yet, so no one's played a minute yet. So there's none of that coming as well. So vibes are definitely high. But I think it speaks to our general culture of just cultivating a balance between the discipline and the work that it takes, while also being able to enjoy each other and what we're doing, because we're playing basketball for a living.
Go over to the Zoom. Rob, go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Coach, it's your first preseason game, and I know it's not quite the first start of your coaching career, but what does it mean to you to be entrusted to lead this team into battle? And how do you view this as your first unofficial benchmark of your head coaching career and setting this vision you have for the 2025 Dallas Wings?
Yeah, incredibly grateful for the opportunity. So grateful to ownership, Greg, Bill, and Kurt for believing in me and trusting me to lead this next chapter of Wings basketball. Lots of responsibility, and I don't take it lightly. So I'll do everything I can to prepare and put these players in a position to find success.
Thank you.
Willie, go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Chris, Willie Ramirez in Las Vegas, ESPN Las Vegas, and WGRamirez.com. A lot of questions around a lot of training camps this week with those rookies and the jitters leading up to it. I know you just talked about the opportunity you have, but as a rookie head coach yourself, what's it been like for you this week in terms of a totally different role, in charge of, the highest profile rookie out there, and just how you're sort of absorbing it from a mental standpoint and physical standpoint as the coach?
Yeah, I think leaning on my people, leaning on everyone around me, the support system with our front office. So lucky to have an incredible staff of A+ human beings and really good basketball minds around me. So leaning on my people, and then also just leaning on who I am and what's gotten me here, and remaining true to myself and not allowing all the extra that comes with this to change what got me here and put me in a position to have this opportunity.
Dorothy, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. It's Dorothy Gentry of D Magazine. Coach, along those same lines, how engaged have the assistant coaches been in preparing for tonight's preseason matchup, and what will you have them, or how will you rely upon them on this evening to help throughout the game with any kind of, accommodations or anything like that?
Yeah, they've been incredibly engaged. This is a team effort of preparing for every practice, for every game. And for tonight, again, the message is the focus is on us. We're focusing on establishing our foundation. So it's great that we get to play against somebody else so to look different against who we're going against. But again, didn't do much scout. We're not talking about Vegas, right? We're talking about us. We still have a lot to establish and build before we can really start talking about what else is out there.
Go to DJ Moreau.
Hey, thank you, Pam. Coach, congratulations for your first game. Question I wanted to know, well, two things. What's the identity that you're trying to build with this team? Speaking of establishing your foundation, can we expect a different play style or a style of pace?
I think the biggest thing is versatility. I love our roster has all sorts of versatile pieces. So as a coach, it's fun to be able to look and see what can we do with all of that. So I think you'll see a couple of different styles. I think we'll look to play a couple of distinct ways. And then ultimately, I think we're going to lean. I know that we are going to lean on our defense. Our defense is going to be a staple. There's going to be a consistent desire and effort to compete on that side of the ball.
Thank you, Coach.
And last one to Nikias.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations. Just a quick lineup/rotation question. Since this is the first preseason game, are you thinking shorter stints for some of the groups that you're looking at, or do you have like a minute count in mind for some of your main players?
Yeah, we talked about this today, even with our starting lineup, right? It's the beginning of our substitution pattern, set the expectations with everyone, not trying to play anyone over 25 minutes. It's finding that balance of starting to build the chemistry with that core 8 who we know are going to be a part of what we're doing, while also providing opportunities for 9 through 12 to be able to show what they can do and make this team.
Got you. Thank you.